run long-term care home. There have been approximately 54 cases of COVID-19 and 23 deaths. At Kipling Acres, a long-term care home operated by the city, there have been approximately 23 cases of COVID-19 and 4 deaths. I would note that this is a higher number of cases than has been previously reported due to increased testing that has been recently completed.
14 fucking minutes to get online. The money's dry. You defeated the purpose. And John Tory, everything useful he said, we don't get to hear. He's talking about black kids and things. Oh. Let's hack Richie's shit right now. They said black. They said black. Let's do it.
COVID-19 cases at the Willowdale Welcome Center. And to date, there have been approximately 20 clients identified with COVID-19, and thankfully there have been no deaths there. 121 people have died of COVID-19 in Toronto. I would ask you to join me once again in extending our sincerest condolences to the families and friends of all the individuals who have lost loved ones, all the individuals who have lost their lives to COVID-19. These numbers are very concerning. And they're concerning because they represent our parents. They represent our grandparents. They represent our loved ones. And it makes me very, very sad to report on this information.
You don't care how you feel, bitch.
Each and every day, we are learning more about how COVID-19 moves through our community and impacts those who are infected. Current evidence from jurisdictions all around the world shows that the vast majority of COVID-19 cases are mild to moderate. Approximately 20% of people infected with COVID-19 are considered severe enough to be hospitalized. Critical cases of COVID-19 may experience respiratory failure, septic shock, or multiple organ dysfunction and require care in an intensive care unit. If there is a spike in cases, as we have seen in parts of northern Italy and just to the south of us in New York, hospitals can quickly become overwhelmed with patients. Healthcare workers in these areas are operating under incredibly stressful conditions, triaging and caring for patients, some of whom are quite literally hovering between life and death.
Oh, that sounds so Catholic.
I would like to take this moment to sincerely thank our health system partners in Toronto for the outstanding work they're doing each and every day. I especially want to acknowledge all those working in hospitals, whether in direct patient care or in one of the many essential support functions that it takes to run a hospital. I'd like to thank all these people for providing outstanding care throughout this unprecedented situation. Lastly, I would like to take a moment to sincerely thank my team at Toronto Public Health. They are making many personal sacrifices and working tirelessly to keep our city safe. I'm truly very, very proud to work alongside them and consider it the highest privilege of my career to be part of such a team.
This is all the crap you put at the beginning of the fucking press conference, you morons.
That our essential workers remain healthy and can provide care for our city.
She's done nothing but babble for 10 fucking minutes.
Physical distancing. So please, continue to stay home, stay safe, and take care of each other. I'll now hand it over to Chief Peg.
Who the fuck is that?
Dr. Davila, and good afternoon. All aspects of emergency operations center operations continue on a 24/7 basis to ensure that both critical and essential services are being provided without interruption. Our personal protective equipment levels remain stable today, and our team continues to work hard to source the equipment that we need on a go-forward basis. This afternoon, I'd like to respond respond to a few operational questions that we've received. Toronto Police are hearing concerns from some business owners who feel that their properties are potentially at risk of criminal activity given the reduced public traffic and customer flow. In response to these concerns, our police officers across the city are engaging with communities, providing assistance and education on how to take steps to protect businesses and property. Additional police patrols and enhanced police visibility is also occurring in order to deter crime.
No, it's not.
The Toronto Police Service continues to adapt to the changes the pandemic has brought about and is continuing to focus on being where the public needs them the most. As we all know, COVID-19 is placing extraordinary demands on many of our city staff, including our paramedics. When someone calls 911 during a medical emergency during the COVID-19 situation, the emergency medical dispatcher that you speak to when you call 911 will ask a number of important screening questions to assist in determining the potential presence of COVID-19. In order to provide the right help, it is extremely important that callers clearly and honestly communicate their symptoms to the dispatcher. When paramedics arrive, here are a few things to remember to help protect everyone's health and safety. The arriving paramedics will conduct an initial assessment from 2 meters away from the patient in order to determine what specific personal protective equipment is required. We ask that you do not approach the paramedics until they have had time to complete this screening. The paramedic may ask the patient and/or others on the scene to put on a mask, which they will provide if required. When this happens, it is done to protect both the patient and the paramedics. Please respect physical distancing at all times by staying back at least 2 meters from our paramedics and our other first responders who are providing care to a patient. Toronto Paramedic Services continues to respond to medical emergency calls as normal and is committed to providing the best possible care to our community.
For 2 minutes first. Arguing over what your name is and all these other things instead of fucking answering the questions.
I would like to update you on 2 tragic fires that occurred since our last press conference. At approximately 8:30 last night, Toronto Fire Services responded to a high-rise apartment fire on Rose Hill Avenue in the Yonge and St. Clair area. Unfortunately, during the course of search and rescue operations on the 29th floor, 1 occupant was located. Sadly, we received word overnight that this individual died as a result of their injuries. Further, shortly before 7:30 this morning, our crews also responded to a house fire on Taylor Drive in the Coxwell and O'Connor area of East York. During the course of search and rescue operations at this fire, 1 occupant was also located inside the home. Tragically, this occupant also died as a result of their injuries. First and foremost, I would like to extend my sincere condolences to family, friends, and all those impacted by these 2 tragic fires. As always, comprehensive investigations into the origin, cause, and circumstances of both fires are underway in collaboration with Toronto Police and with our colleagues from the Ontario Office of the Fire Marshal. As a city, we continue to provide the essential and critical services that our residents both need and rely on each and every day in Toronto. I'm proud of every member of our City of Toronto team who continues to work hard in support of our residents each day. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Peg. We'll go to our first question. Just a reminder to everybody on the line that limit to 2 questions each as well. For those who are asking, Marianne Bedard from Shelter Support and Housing is on the line. If you do have a question, we can answer it that way. First question goes to Jennifer Pagliaro at the Toronto Star. Go ahead, Jen.
Hi there. For Dr. Davila, I appreciate your statement about the numbers concerning long-term care homes and the update on those 3 homes. I'm just wondering, though, in terms of transparency, if there will come a point where we are able to see the numbers at each of those individual homes on a.
I have to wait for it to air dry because I can't rub it on something and it'll be dirty again.
Looking for, and we're obviously hoping to provide those numbers to them.
Wash it, and I'll bring it to the
Jennifer,
coffee
and I
shop. They
appreciate
change it to give me a
that,
50, and it's
an
all
interest on the
water.
part of the media and
Straight
the
from the
public.
mafia, from the
That's
government to
exactly what
me,
I've
back
asked
to the
team
street.
to go back and take a look at. So today I was able to provide some numbers in respect of situations that are of particular interest. So we've provided those numbers, but the plan is to provide numbers in a fashion that people can go and look them up and see for themselves what's happening within long-term care homes.
Okay,
And you've been listening to live coverage of Toronto Mayor John Tory, Chief Medical Officer of Health Dr. Eileen Davila, and the Fire Chief Matthew Pegg updating the latest on COVID-19 from the City of Toronto, saying that there are 41 outbreaks in long-term care homes in the City of Toronto as of today. The city is saying that the outbreak at Seven Oaks and Scarborough by far the worst, with 96 cases and 22 deaths in that facility alone. We'll have more on what all three had to say coming up in the next little while. 680 News Time. Or 11.
Trust 680 News for what you need to know on the coronavirus.
Listen 3, 4, 5 times a day on your radio.
680news.com.
The Radio Player Canada app.
Or ask to play 680 News on your smart speaker. The safety of those around you is more important than ever. The Government of Canada has stated that the use of a non-medical mask or facial covering can be an additional measure you can take to protect others around you. It's important we keep the supply of medical masks for frontline healthcare workers. CanadaMaskSupply.ca offers personal, non-medical masks and face shields at reasonable prices. Proudly made in Canada for Canadians. Buy non-medical masks and face shields now at CanadaMaskSupply.ca.
I'm here with Bill Coy of Coy Brothers, and we're talking about professional bull riding.
Toro Titan bull riding, that is.
I'm more of a clown myself. Bill, why do the pros ride Toro Titan mowers over other brands of zero-turn mowers?
Toro Titan mowers are comfortable for those long hours spent mowing. They have special mounting brackets that let the operator carry tools on the mower with them, saving trips to their truck and trailer.
Guess the pros know it's not their first rodeo.
Oh, boy.
So Toro mowers from Coy Brothers.
1919 Wilson Avenue, Toronto.
All right, now time for traffic and weather together on the ones, and here is Kyle Hawking.
This report brought to you by 407 ETR. In the last few minutes, we've had a new collision pop up on the 400 northbound approaching Teston Road. The left lane is blocked here with a crash, and it's backing up from north of Major Mackenzie. Crews are on scene there, tow trucks, OPP and MTO. As well, an update on this construction on the eastbound 401. First of all, there is still a maintenance crew by the 407 in Milton blocking the right lane, causing a minor delay. But that eastbound 401 ramp to the east 407 has reopened, and they're in the process of hopefully clearing up this construction near Bayview and the Express. The left lane is still blocked, partially blocked, in fact, if you're traveling eastbound on the 401 through Bayview and the Express, so it is backed up from Yonge. And westbound 401 through Bayview and the Express, still the entire left lane blocked by crews, but they're picking up the cones here, so they're getting ready to clear out. It looks like only a delay eastbound through here. It's not too bad westbound. 407 ETR, thanks you for continuing to follow social distancing rules. Together we can beat the COVID-19 virus. 407ETR.com. Your next report at 4:21, and with the forecast, meteorologist Natasha Ramsahai.
Right, definitely cool out there, well below seasonal, and it's cold enough that as these little pockets of showers come through, a lot of these are flurries, even heavy at times. We're seeing that through Guelph and Georgetown right now, also through Uxbridge and Port Perry. So again, little pockets here on and off, a couple of sunny breaks here and there. Temperatures tonight as we clear out the skies down to -5, wind chill in the morning near -10, so definitely cool. And tomorrow, again, a dry start with some sunshine, more flurries on and off through the afternoon with a high of 5 degrees. Same deal for Friday. It's going to be overcast, afternoon flurries and a high of 5. Tonight we're down to a low of -5 degrees. It is now 4 degrees at Pier Center.
And now time for the Dynamic Funds Market Minute. Let's check in briefly at the Business Center with Richard Seller. Rich.
Steve, the closing numbers are as follows. TSX fell 291 points today. The Dow dropped 445. The NASDAQ breaks a win streak, falling 122. And the Canadian dollar drops a cent to 70.91 cents U.S. This is 680 News.
In times like these, we could all use advice, especially when it comes to investing. Advice matters now more than ever. Speak to a financial advisor and learn more at dynamic.ca/advice.
Here's the top 10 reasons to get 10 tips Timbits free. They're fun, awesome, tasty, shareable, delicious, snackable, craveable, dippable, delectable, and free. Spend $10, get 10 Timbits free. Offer on qualifying purchases of $10 before taxes at participating restaurants for a limited time. Not valid for delivery orders, not a term supply.
When will life return to normal?
When can you visit your favorite neighborhood shop again?
Hi, it's Steve Roberts. These local businesses are a part of our life, and while we'll recover, many places need your help to survive. We encourage you to support local so we can keep the places you love open, and it all starts with you.
To submit or find a local business to support in your area, visit 680news.com/support local.
Operation Support Local. We're all in this together.
In partnership with Scotiabank Small Business Banking. In uncertain times, you can be certain we'll be here.
As an essential service, Roto-Rooter wants you to know that they remain ready to help you with any of your drain, plumbing, or disinfection needs. Thank you for understanding as they take preventative measures to ensure everyone's health is a top priority. Contact them at rotorooter.com.
This is All News Radio, 680 News.
Well, we got mostly cloudy conditions right now in downtown Toronto, although we are seeing some breaks of sunshine. It's 4 degrees in the city's core. Good afternoon from the 680 News Broadcast Center. I'm Steve Roberts.
I'm Sultana Timinzik. Here are the top stories right now.
As you've been hearing here on 680 News, Toronto Mayor John Tory, Dr. Eileen Davila, and Fire Chief Matthew Pegg updating the latest on COVID-19, saying there are 41 outbreaks in long-term care homes in Toronto. The mayor also saying extensive planning is underway for when the city is able to reopen again. And Premier Doug Ford opening the door now to systemic changes to the long-term care system in Ontario, as more than 140 residents have now died of COVID-19 in outbreaks.
Time for 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here's Alex Xero.
Dr. Anthony Fauci can see a summer of sports, but only if certain guidelines are met.
There's a way of doing that. Nobody comes to the stadium. Put them in big hotels, wherever you want to play. Keep them very well surveilled, and name me a surveillance, but have them tested like every week. And make sure they don't wind up infecting each other or their family, and just let them play the season out.
And there was Fauci this morning speaking on a Snapchat show. This afternoon, U.S. President Donald Trump held a conference call with his committee focused on reopening the country. The committee includes all major sports commissioners, Mark Cuban, Jerry Jones, and Patriots owner Robert Kraft. On the ice, Bill Peters is once again employed. The former Calgary Flames head coach has landed a coaching gig in the KHL. Tip of the cap going out to Corey Joseph and Roy Rana, the Canadian duo who represent the Sacramento Kings, will be donating face shields to help thousands of frontline workers here in the GTA. And Damaso Garcia, who spent 7 years with the Blue Jays back in the 1980s, has died at the age of 63. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime at sportsnet.ca/590.
Stop the spread. COVID-19 can be deadly. Acting now
The timing.
will save lives. We all need to work together to stop the spread of COVID-19. Staying home protects us.
So for 15 minutes, I'm trying to get this machine running, listening to John Tory talk about a bunch of important stuff.
Do your part. Stay home. For information, visit ontario.ca/.
I picked those up after. Don't worry, you don't have to come in there. See what I just did? So the woman at the coffee shop said she can't go nowhere. Now she has change for her customers, and I'm going to watch these bills too. Take them to the drug dealers. Oh, money laundering. We're coin up. We're crazy. We're loony toony. Loony toony. Don't touch my money. You can look at it. You can spend it, but don't touch it.
They can fix any kind of emergency maintenance
start
and
the
repairs in your
stop the
home.
timer and start
For
the
an
timer.
express and
Let's see.
safe service visit, call
So that took me 8 minutes. Not bad, because someone was in there before me. Let's see how long it actually takes to watch some money, because I didn't time it the first time.
Government's plan to help
It's the
them
drying that
although
takes forever.
does not currently cover assisted living facilities like Participation House in Markham. That facility now having its first COVID-related death. Our Mark Douglas joining us live now with the latest developments. Mark?
Well, Steve, of the 42 residents at Participation House in Markham, 37 have tested positive for the coronavirus, along with 12 staff, and now 1 resident has died. His name was Martin Frogley. He died around 9:30 this morning, according to a statement from his family. The statement says, quote, "He passed peacefully listening to music he loved. He was a wonderful son, uncle, and the best brother anyone could ever ask for," unquote. The family also passing along thanks to the staff at Participation House, and Premier Doug Ford today also thanking those staff after many of them refused to come into work over health and safety concerns.
Every Every time you spend some cash, you get some cash back with the CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite Card. Every time, with no limit on how much you can earn. You'll even earn on your monthly subscriptions. And when it comes to those necessary purchases like gas and groceries, you get 4% cash back on eligible purchases. 4%. Plus, right now, your first year's annual fee is on us. Don't just spend, earn. The CIBC Dividend Visa Infinite Card. Conditions apply. Learn more at CIBC.com/cashback.
The Salvation Army thanks its frontline personnel and volunteers who are working tirelessly to provide essential services to the vulnerable during COVID-19. As the pandemic continues to impact our communities across the nation, the Salvation Army is adjusting its programs and services to bring help and hope to those who need it most. Join us and support our neighbors in need.
Technically, I just watched some of it twice. Technically, because I'm not we don't wash the bills this way. We just throw all the cotton money we would throw in a washing machine with our clothes. This is plastic. It's different.
Here's Kyle Hawking. This report brought to you by Queensway Hyundai. We've got a problem on the 400 northbound approaching Teston Road. It's getting very heavy here. North 400 approaching Teston. The left lane is blocked with a collision, and tow and MTO are on scene along with the OPP. The delay is from approaching Major Mackenzie to approaching Teston Road. It's very slow. North 400 through this stretch now. Also, we have a new problem on the eastbound Gardner heading into downtown at Spadina. The right lane is blocked with an issue. It looks like either a stolen vehicle or a collision. We have police on scene, and it's starting to jam up here as well from Bathurst over to Spadina. But it may improve. They briefly had 2 lanes blocked out of the 3. Now it's just the right lane blocked. So once again, 2 lanes are getting passed. So hopefully the delay will start to improve a bit. As well, that construction on the 401 eastbound through Bayview and the Express. In fact, the crews were blocking both east and westbound in the left lane through Bayview and the Express, but they've cleared out there. Some cones left on the shoulder as well as a couple of stone boards, but all lanes
cut it off. I can cut that piece off the belt, throw it on the ground, and spend this. It's not illegal. Why did you put sticky tape on the money?
Emergency crews have left that scene. Delays have improved as well. Buy with confidence.
I'm not going to do it, but I should start doing fucked up shit like
Solutions, 6-month payment deferral and concierge services.
Why did you cut up the money? There was sticky tape
on QueenswayHyundai.ca. Your next report at 4:31, and with the extended forecast, meteorologist Natasha Ransahai.
Oh, temperatures finally getting back to seasonal for the weekend, but like it's only Wednesday, so we still have 3 days of these chilly temperatures.
We're looking at a total of 3.5 minutes out of your day.
One burst going through
with
Georgetown
right now. With a half a penny of dish soap and a half a penny of hot water.
Out through Uxbridge, Port Perry,
I got the time to do it. I'm touching the money. I might as well do it.
Sunny breaks in, and we're clearing out the skies tonight. Chilly night.
You know how many times I had money in my hand? I wish I could have washed, and I couldn't. I had to go
spend again tomorrow with that west wind up to 40 kilometers per hour. So little bursts of flurries on and off. A high of 5 degrees. Now Friday is overcast. Still calling for flurries in the afternoon, but this one is going to be from a system just passing us to the south. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Could see some accumulation Hamilton to Niagara, but I'm going to keep it flurries in Toronto at 5 degrees. Sunshine returns Saturday with a high of 10. Tonight we're down to a low of -5 degrees. It is currently 3 degrees at Pearson.
Hi, Tom Rokiki here of Inline Fiberglass Windows and Doors. I am proud to be living and working here in the Greater Toronto Area. All of us are so lucky and blessed to be part of this strong community, province, and country. At this time, I feel it is important to remind all our friends, family, and employees.
I think they're taking extra care. I think normally they don't really pay attention. Maybe they don't really think about it. I think now they're like, maintain a minimum distance between the fingertips and the coffee. And because it's a jumbo cup, I think the spoon ain't going there. I had friggin' spoons. How do pictures end up with all my cool shit?
Well, a special shout out to ICU nurse Christina Calvano from Brampton Civic Hospital today. Now, Phil nominated you and Pay It Forward to our healthcare heroes. So we are going to make dinner just a little bit easier for you this week. And that is courtesy of PC Chef Meal Kits by President's Choice. Thank you for all that you're doing and putting others in health and their other health before your own. We appreciate you.
That's the level we're at in Canada. Oh, we could cook our own food. You make all the ingredients in a little package. I'll do it.
/heroes.
You can afford the food. You can afford the fast food versions. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Bank refuse your mortgage. Don't get mad. Call Northwood Mortgage. Northwood Mortgage takes a closer look at your financial picture, property equity, past records, the promise of performance, and more. Northwood Mortgage does everything they
it's
can
plastic. If you just stick it together, the water's just gonna stick. The bills just stick. It won't dry out. Cotton would dry out.
Visit NorthwoodMortgage.com.
Hi, I'm Sherry Tabb, co-founder of the Herzig Eye Institute. Our eyes play such an important role in the spread and prevention of COVID-19. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Wash your hands often. And be vigilant about cleaning door handles and other surfaces that are touched frequently. If you wear contact lenses, consider
Yes, the
wearing your
bank card is now
glasses.
filthy.
Your health is what matters most to
Put a
us.
picture of the
Google
check
high-definition vision
on
and
the
sign up for
receipt.
blog so we can stay connected.
No arguing with that.
Look after yourself. Promise me.
680 News on 426.
Time now for the 680 News Business Reports, and let's check in at the Business Center with Richard Southern Rich.
And Steve, good afternoon. Stocks sank today as grim economic news poured in. The TSX closed down.
That's why I didn't write the money on my clothes.
Settling below the 14,000 point mark. Base
I don't
rate
need
falling
this on me.
2.1% today after
I'll
Stats
carry it in
Canada
there.
released the March GDP data a day early, and it was the worst on record. Canada's economy shrank 9% in March compared with the prior month. Biggest drop on records going back to 1961.
And that's a
The
coffee.
sectors that were hardest hit were travel and tourism, along with restaurants and accommodation. Retail also saw big declines last month. Of course, March could only be the tip of the iceberg. The Conference Board thinks the economy will contract 25% over the full second quarter. Stateside, U.S. March retail sales.
I know, I'm holding on just like the woman with the ashtray I was talking about. I can't cash them in. I ain't got a car to go to the drive-thru. What am I fucking doing collecting the stickers?
Today fell 445 points, or 1.8% to 23,504. S&P fell 2.2%, and the NASDAQ was down 122 points. A lot of the losses in the Dow were energy-related. The big oil names were down quite a bit, and that's because oil just keeps on falling. Texas tea down another 24 cents.
Wow, here they are.
To $19.87 per barrel. The lowest oil price we've seen since February of 2002. Many of the big name energy stocks on Bay Street are now merely penny stocks. The Canadian price for oil in the $2 range. Winners today.
Want to go up against indigenous gangsters? Think you're going to win on all of them? You're not going to win.
At a record high.
Remember I told you I'd murk your whole family? Yeah, whatever. What you going to feed your family this week, asshole?
On that sort of stay at home. Right now, we're seeing a lot of those stocks that cater to the at-home market do well.
No, for torturing and kidnapping prisoners of war.
Unveiled plans to buy
and then we eat dog soup.
The economy is experiencing significant and rapid contraction. The shock is a global one, affecting all countries, but commodity-producing countries like Canada are being hit twice. In the very near term, policymakers can do little more than to cushion the blow.
Canadian dollar falling more than a cent today. The loonie down to 70.9 cents U.S. Top stories, traffic and weather. It's all just 60 seconds away. Keep it here on 680 News.
Introducing Irwin's new Command Lock Tape Measures, built for extra control with a finger break, up to 14-foot reach, and a high-contrast DuPont Mylar film-coated white blade. Plus, it comes in a high-impact resistant case. When every quarter-inch matters, these tapes are designed with your job in mind. New Irwin Command Lock Tapes, built for the trades. Available only at Canadian Tire stores across Canada. Find out more at irwintools.ca.
In these times, keeping your lungs healthy is more important than ever before, and the Lung Health Foundation is here to help. Maybe you want to get your asthma under control, but your inhaler technique needs work, or you have COPD and you need tips that can help you manage breathlessness. Perhaps today you're finally ready to quit smoking or vaping. Certified respiratory educators are certified for free confidential phone